as the belief they had in one another was instilled in them by their head coach, David Martinez, who just so happens to be our MVP Coach of the Year. Atascocita has been a top dog on the high school basketball landscape since David Martinez took over as head coach in 2012. However, this season, Martinez may have done his best coaching job yet. In the past, he's taken the Eagles to the state tournament with big-time prospects like Fabian and Carson. This season's squad didn't have those huge names, but they did have a complete team. Atascocita went 34-7 on the season and played the nation's top team, Duncanville, as tough as anyone this season before losing in the state semifinal. Coach Martinez got the most out of his Eagles, and for that, he's our Coach of the Year. And we're happy to have Coach David Martinez join us now. Hey, David, first off, congratulations on being our Coach of the Year. It certainly was well-deserved, and we can't wait to get you your bobblehead soon.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
David, let's take it back to last Friday night. In your semifinal game with Duncanville, you took it right at one of the top teams in the country, and at one point you led by 20 points in the first half. What were you guys doing that other teams could not do against this powerhouse team?
Well, we went in to start the game. You know, we had the attitude we weren't going back down from them. I mean, we weren't going in there scared. I felt like our guys were confident. We had prepared all week with things that we didn't have to put anything in. We just made a couple of tweaks to what we already do. And the game plan was to attack what I thought was a weakness of theirs, and it worked in the first half. You know, we attacked their help, and we were able to find open looks, get open shots, and the next thing was where they're going to fall, and they did. You know, we were able to get, and they were. Our defense wasn't bad either on the other end, and they were missing a bunch of shots. So from that standpoint, it seemed like everything was working. To be up 13.5, you know, we felt fortunate and lucky, but I knew they were coming.
Despite succumbing to their length and athleticism, you can't take anything away from the great season you guys had. You had said of the 3 teams you have taken to state in the past, David, this year's squad played more like a team than any other. What did you mean by that?
All 3 of those teams that went had a team chemistry like no other. I mean, we preached team ball on offense and defense. But this team didn't have like a superstar on the team. It didn't have a go-to player. It didn't have a big name that everybody was looking at, and you just kind of took your turn.
David, during your career, you've made some stops at DeSoto and Clearbrook, but wound up at Atascocita back in 2012, and you've turned the school into a perennial power. What made Humble ISD and Atascocita such an attractive job opportunity for you?
We were just excited about the opportunity to be able to coach at a school that was in the neighborhood we actually live in, and there's great kids in this community. It's dripping with talent. You know, this northeast side of Houston, this Humble area in particular, there's always players that come out of it, and we feel like we offer a great program and a great developmental program for these kids to thrive in.
David, your Eagles have traditionally played some of the stingiest defense in the area. That was the case again this season, as you allowed only 50 points a game. Everyone loves to score, but is it difficult to get high school kids to lock down on defense?
There's no doubt. You know, our defense, my defensive mentality comes from 2 places. Number one, I mean, I learned all that in my days back at DeSoto from Coach Dyer. And then I've been blessed to have one of the best assistants in the state in Darnell Hale, who really has taken that defensive mentality and turned it into a thriving unit for us. We don't always shoot it at a high clip every game, so something has to give. And a lot of times it's our defense. Being stingy on defense and be able to turn, offense, from our defense has been key. And that's not going to change as long as I'm here.
David, thanks so much for joining us, and congratulations again on a tremendous season.
Well, I appreciate that.